Welcome back, everyone. My name is Ember, and today we are continuing our One Piece journey with Volume 46. Enies Lobby is finally done. All of Water 7 is finally done, and we are moving on to Thriller Bark. So this one, this starts with, losing my fucking words. Starts with the fight between Ace and Blackbeard, and goes all the way up to the introduction of Perona and the start of the Night Hunt. And that's chapters... What chapters are these? 441 to 449. So, before we get into Thriller Bark proper, Ace's fight with Blackbeard, pretty fucking hype. The dark fruit for Blackbeard just being a gravity well black hole thing is super fucking cool and terrifying. Cannot imagine how what's going to happen now that once we get to like the big war arc of the series. I am terrified, but also Ace is still badass and manages to escape. So that's pretty fucking cool. Ace is just really cool. But most of this volume is the introduction to Thriller Bark. Lot of really cool ideas with this one. This is another one where I've just seen bits and pieces of it from the anime. Like, well, I've seen one part of this from the anime. It was just like it was a GIF from the anime where like a zombie pops out of a hole and then just Luffy like shoves him back into the ground. And I just thought that was fucking hilarious. And that scene happens near the end of this volume. So, zombies. Like, at first, I thought this was, like, before I, like, knew what One Piece really was, I assumed, like, oh, zombies? That's gotta be some kind of, like, filler arc or something. No, this is just a full-fledged arc of the series. And the way One Piece works with its, like, just point-to-point adventure kind of idea, and how no idea is too insane for One Piece, that gives it the license to just have these really kooky ideas, especially with its more comedic tone. So yeah, why not put fucking zombies in it? That's cool. Very interesting. And we get the fucking, like, three-headed dog, but it's, like, three heads sewed together, and one of them is a fox. Which is probably, like, one of my favorite jokes from this, volume, is, like, when we're getting very clear divide amongst the Straw Hats of the group that can fight and the group that can't. So, like, initially it's Nami, Usopp, and Chopper that go onto the island on the Mini Mary, which, by the way, was another really cool thing. I like we're learning more about the Thousand Sunny, the little Mini Mary lifeboat's pretty cool. But they go on the island, and they run into the Cerberus thing, and are immediately terrified and try to run away. And then later, everyone else shows up, and let's see if I can find this particular panel, because it's just so fucking funny to look at. Right. So, like, Cerberus is getting ready to go, like, I'm gonna get you, and then they're like, woo, fresh meat. And the dog's like, oh, I'm sorry, what? So we're seeing a very clear divide between the Straw Hats that are terrified of everything, terrified of all of these monstrosities that they are coming across, and the Straw Hats are like, that's a thing. And then Luffy takes a cue from the JoJo playbook and smashes the dog into the wall. One, not quite sure if it's a complaint or not, but just sort of an ick element to it is, Absalom, this, like, leopardy kind of invisible man dude. Most of his scenes involve sexual assault or groping. So, kind of iffy there, and like, I was able to kind of write off Brooke's weird dialogue in that regard because he hasn't seen people in decades, so he just doesn't know how to talk to people anymore. He's just so excited to talk to people, but Now we're seeing with but Absalom is just like yuck. So minor complaint about this volume. It's it really leans into that in this particular volume. But makes for a hateable villain. I'll give it that much. What else? Yeah, just some really creative ideas with all these different enemies and stuff. Just the pictures coming to life and coming out of the portrait. The gag with Sindri and the plates is fucking hilarious. Dr. Hogback. Design-wise, he kind of reminds me of King Kai from Dragon Ball Z. But, and he has that sort of same energy to him, too, of like, why are you fucking with me? But also kind of zany and kooky and such. So that was fun. It was also a very dense with information volume. Again, this is the volumes are getting like these. I think I mentioned this before, but these volumes are taking longer and longer to read, which isn't an inherently bad thing, but it is noticeable in that there is a lot of dialogue. There is a lot of information to parse through. So I don't know when exactly Oda started speeding up his dialogue delivery just because he wanted to get the information out there, but it seems like a slow, gradual thing. Because I know I've seen some panels from Wano, and they're just absolutely fucking overly dense and stuff, but we'll get there when we get there. But, it is definitely packed with information. Oh, yeah, and also just packed with a lot of visual variety as well. Just these really kooky designs and such. And there's still some really cool... This was probably my favorite spread from the whole volume, where they just peek out and it's just this... You immediately start hearing This Is Halloween playing in your head. It's just this parade of creepy zombie bullshit. But of course, the other big thing about this volume is Brooke. We finally get the introduction of Brooke, who will eventually be the musician amongst the Straw Hats, I believe. I'm not entirely sure what he does other than that, but it's interesting. Also, for some reason, Oda has this fascination with afros. This is like the third character with an afro that we've seen. Like, there was that guy who was stuck in the treasure chest way back in the beginning before Syrup Village. Luffy had an afro during the Davy Back fight, and now we have Brooke. So, I guess Oda just likes afros. I mean, it's a cool look. I don't really see afros in a lot of other places, so good for him. But Brooke is pretty fun so far, aside from the elements that I mentioned earlier. He's just a zany, goofy dude. Not sure. His jokes aren't really jokes, or maybe they just weren't translated well. But I think the point is, like, his jokes aren't really good jokes, and that's part of the fun of it. And he's just so... Oh yeah, this had another really good spread in it. Let me find it. It's like, immediately, like, Luffy's like, you want to join my crew? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, and just the background of this, just all the detail and the broken ship and the abandoned ship and such looked really cool. And I really like this tall, lanky design that Brooke has to him. But then we've also got the subplot of Gecko Moria, one of the 7 warlords of the sea, who apparently stole everyone's shadow, which means they can't go in the light anymore or they disintegrate. So we're starting to see more and more of the world of One Piece open up and such. Or we're just seeing the wide world of One Piece converge around the Straw Hats. I have no idea what exactly Gecko Moria looks like at this point, other than... Where is that shot of him? Oh Well, there's Perona, who looks really fucking cute. Really like that design. Where was that? Yeah, so this is the only shot I've seen of Gecko Moria so far. And we just get his eye, Looney Tunes eyes in the darkness. Very interested in seeing what he will eventually look like. The dude is massive, so I guess he's a giant or something. We'll see. But, yeah, Thriller Bark is shaping up to be a really fun, zany kind of adventure. Not a super high-stakes arc, it looks like. But maybe it will be. Maybe there's a little twist at the end that'll grab me. But so far, it's just real fun. Got some cool stuff to it. And I'm excited for more. That's about it for now. So, thus starts our journey into Thriller Bark. And that also means we're at the end of the second box. The second box set of One Piece. So, yeah, so this had Skypiea and Water 7 all in it. And, of course, the first volume of Thriller Bark. So, yep, just we're really chugging along now. And that means up next is the third box set, which I believe it's called Thriller Bark to the New World. So this one has volumes 47 to 70, which I believe puts me like a third of the way through Dressrosa. So, very disappointed that the fourth box set is being delayed so much, but it is what it is. So, after we get through this box set, the One Piece journey will pause briefly, but that's not going to be for another month-ish, a little short of a month. So, we'll get there when we get there. But in any case, that's it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this and want to see more. Leave a comment down below about what you thought. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.